Hi, I'm Joe Schwendt, and I gave the talk on Android multiple personality disorder. And following up on one of the questions, they wanted to know about MEAPs, and specifically utilizing some intermediary tool to build once and deploy a native-like application to multiple different mobile platforms. So I get asked this question quite a lot, and there's kind of multiple different approaches to mobile development. There's purely native, there's purely mobile web, which are diametrically opposed to one another. A third one is kind of a hybrid, which is where you use something like Apache Cordova, otherwise known as PhoneGap, to bridge between a native shell and HTML, JavaScript, and CSS sort of content, and talking to a backend server via like a jQuery Touch or jQuery Mobile or something of that nature. And then the fourth is sort of the notion of a MEAP, or I like to refer to them as like almost like a proprietary or abstracted hybrid approach. What they generally are is, somebody builds a really customized software development kit. AppMobi is probably my favorite of all of them, and they call theirs an XDK versus an SDK. What these do is allow you to build in a graphical user environment with more visual design constructs, where you're kind of you drag a thing onto the screen and then you wire it up like you would in Xcode or in some other more visually graphic environments. Dragging and dropping lines and putting this to here, and not so much getting into the nitty-gritty code. And then when you need to, you might write some HTML or JavaScript code, but in general, most of it is drag and drop. And all of the content is managed server-side, where the client is more or less just an HTML client served down from a server. The shell that gets deployed onto each individual platform is just like a native wrapper. These things are an interesting, they fill a very particular niche. And that niche is apps that are simple, that don't require a lot of local hardware. Performance is not a big concern, but if you're trying to do some just rapid development, maybe like business forms and applications like that, it makes sense. It makes sense to look at these types of platforms. As soon as you need to do more advanced things, I know you can do offline storage with a lot of them, but I don't know how much I would trust it. Speed and the user experience is not going to be anywhere near as close to a hybrid or even a true native application. And then getting access to all of those advanced hardware features, be it accelerometers and the camera sensors and the back-end SDKs, you're not going to get access to any of that stuff. So, simple application, MEAP may fit the bill. As soon as you need to get a little bit deeper, HTML5 wrapper, PhoneGap, Cordova may be a better construct. And then as you get deeper and deeper and UX becomes more and more important, native, all day long, regardless of platform. So that's my take. I'd like to know what you think and what your experiences are. Drop a comment and let me know. Thanks so much.